Alright guys, got a little project here for the El Camino. These are the turn signals out of the front bumper. They're turn signals and driving lights. What I want to do is fabricate this pigtail, this plug, into this light so that I don't have to worry about the old wiring not making connection. Hang out for a little while, check this little project out. So this light out of the bumper of a 68 El Camino is the driving light and the turn signal that faces forward. And this pigtail is part of the whole wiring harness that goes through the radiator support of a Chevy. It's the same light. This light sits underneath the headlight, but it's a driving light and a turn signal. I've taken some measurements off of it as far as the diameter of this, and I believe that if I cut this out really nice and drill out the hole, it should fit in there. The only thing I'll have to do that might take a little time is these little tabs have to have a special slot. So they go in and they turn to lock. This is a lock tab up top here that's not going to be used. I don't have the ability to, I could try and weld something on here to lock it, but I'm not going to worry about it. With this wiring, it's all sealed. Where the wires go in, it's sealed with little rubber grommets. It's got a rubber grommet around here to seal it. This light has a rubber grommet to seal the front of it. So it'll be a lot better to keep the corrosion out and not have a problem later. Another thing with this light is you can see it's only got two wires coming out the back. A power for the driving light and a power for the turn signal. You have to have these bolts grounded. They have to ground or this light doesn't work. With this light, it doesn't have to ground because it's got three wires. The driving light power, turn signal power, and the ground. First things first, start taking this light apart. Get this lens off here. Most of the stuff with these older cars is a Phillips screw. Just gotta be kind of careful. I'm sure this light's been together for quite some time, and I don't know if that seal is going to be stuck on there too hard and want to crack the lens. Huh, look at that. Popped right off there. Light bulb out of there. Got a seal here. That's pretty old, but still looks like it's in one piece. Maybe we'll get a new one of those. Alright, so we'll get a little close up on here if we can, and I'll show you what we have to do to take this out. That's the first step, is taking this plug out and then getting that hole in the backside there a little bit bigger. Alright, so the inside of the light here, you can see that this plug is pushed through the hole and then rolled on. So we need to uncrimp this edge. Now damaging the plug itself doesn't matter because we're not going to use it, but I don't want to damage the housing. Even though we have to drill that hole bigger, I don't want to mess anything up around the edge that would cause me a problem later. So I'm going to get a little router bit and try and grind this away so that I can peel it up and then just push the socket through. As you can see, that just kind of popped out of there. This is pretty soft, it's all copper. So it doesn't take too much to grind away. Grind away that little lip that's bent over. Give it a good twist, pops right out. Next step, get the dimensions of this hole that needs to be drilled and put them in here. Drill that out. So the next thing I'm going to do, you can see how this is kind of bent in. It's not flat. I'm going to flatten that out so I can get a good idea of how big a hole I need to drill to accommodate this. I've got this flattened out. It's a little scratched up inside, but we'll repaint that later. Get your micrometer out and measure the diameter of that pigtail, not counting these little tabs. Looks like it's a little over an inch. So we'll get our drill bit and we'll drill this out to an inch size, an inch hole. And that gives us a little bit of play room we can auger out with our post hole digger. And then we'll cut the notches for these little tabs to fit in. So I've got a step drill bit here. It allows me to keep drilling without having to recheck a new bit in my drill. Get an inch hole on here. Right there is the inch line. We'll go from there. So after I drilled this hole out, got my little roto tool out and got it just the right size, just so this pigtail fits right in there. The next thing I need to do is mark where those notches are going to go so it fits all the way down in there and twists to lock in. And I want it to lock in that position. So I need to rotate it back a little bit and then make the marks and cut out those little holes. Now that we've got some marks in there, and this blue, that's not that special blue dye that all these fabricators use. That's my special blue Sharpie. That's my little hack, because I don't have that blue dye. Use my blue Sharpie, make marks in it. Now I'm going to use a file and file these areas out. So we've got this finished up, got the notches put in it, they line up with the pigtail. Set that right up in there. Nice snug fit. Rubber gasket sits right up against that. Light bulb sits inside just like the old one did, about the same spacing. So there's a finished light from the front. Can't even tell. Backside, twist, switch the bulb out. Easy peasy. So there you go, guys. Old lights, new pigtails. I still have to clean them up a little bit, spray some white paint inside where it got scratched up, make sure all the bare metal's covered. But I got it done. Fits right in there. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell so you get a notification when I put out a new video. Hit the like button, get this video out there so more people can see the fabrication I'm doing to my hot rod. Until next time, guys, go make something.